This is probably the first time in history of this country that a minister has picked up stones and flung them in anger and disgust at not being given a seat to sit on. DMK minister in Tamil Nadu, SM Nasser, is the man you see on your screen who was caught on camera throwing stones at DMK workers in Tiruvallur in Tamil Nadu. Now, obviously this has triggered a political backlash, first from the Tamil Nadu BJP chief K. Annamalai, who has lashed out, saying in India's history, has anybody seen a government minister throwing stones at people in frustration, no decency, no decorum, and treating people like slaves? That's DMK for you. Well, the political backlash aside, SM Nasser is a minister in the MK Stalin government. He is a member of the DMK, and he's been caught on camera hurling a rock in a fit of anger. The reason is not clear just yet. Some reports talk about how he was not given a chair or a place to sit. It is not clear what the reason for him throwing that stone is. Let's get some clarity from India Today's Shilpa Nair joining us live from Chennai. Shilpa, what happened? Can you explain what happened in these pictures?
Well, Shiv, clearly the appeal made by Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and DMK Chief MK Stalin has fallen on deaf ears. Just few months back, MK Stalin had instructed his party colleagues to conduct themselves in a responsible manner when they are in public. But instance after instance, we are seeing how some of his party colleagues and some sitting ministers are creating embarrassment for the government. And in the latest instance, of course, it is DMK Minister SM Nasser who holds the portfolio for milk and dairy development. You can see in those visuals as to how he's picking up a stone and hurling that stone at a worker who was present. In fact, what we're given to understand from our local sources there is that the minister was angry because the workers were, they showed some kind of delay in getting chairs for the minister, and other officials were present, other party workers as well who were present there, and that is the reason why the minister got angry. And even in the video you can see how the minister is scolding that particular party worker. He then picks up a stone and hurls it at the worker. It's unclear as to whether that stone hit the party worker, but nevertheless this video has now gone viral on social media platforms, and like you rightly said, opposition parties, of course, are now taking it up. In fact, BJP chief K. Annamalai has taken to Twitter, and I'm just going to read out what he has tweeted. He said, "In India's history, has anybody seen a government minister throwing stones at people? Display of this by a DMK government minister, Thiru Nasser, throwing stones at people in frustration, no decency, no decorum, and treating people like slaves. That's DMK for you." And not just the BJP, even the AIDMK has taken up this issue. We, of course, reached out to SM Nasser, but he was unavailable for comment, for any comment. But we are, of course, awaiting to get a reaction from the minister and the DMK government, because what has happened is completely unacceptable. This kind of high-handedness by a sitting minister is simply unacceptable, and we are, of course, waiting to hear what the minister has to say in his defense, because what is clear from the video is that he gets angry with the worker. He asks the worker for a chair. He then picks up a stone and throws it at that particular worker, which now, of course, has raised several questions, with many of them questioning the arrogance.
Shilpa, stay with me. We have Kovai Satyan of the AIA-DMK, the opposition AIA-DMK, also with us for a reaction. The BJP has already reacted. Kovai Satyan, thanks for being with us here on India Today. SM Nasser, minister in this government, hurling a rock. I don't think anybody has seen images of this kind before, of a minister allowing his anger to, make him actually pick up a rock and throw it apparently at some DMK workers. Your reactions to this?
DMK party, its ministers and MLAs are a disgrace to Tamil Nadu. This action is highly condemnable. It is the cadres who have toiled and worked hard for years for them to be in the position what they are right now. Not giving the due respect and treating them as slaves. That's why AIDMK called the cadres of DMK as dynasty slaves. They work for one family and they have a dynasty rule. That's the reason why we call them as dynasty slaves. Despite them being treated as slaves, they deserve a little bit of respect on a humanitarian grounds, which is not there in the books of DMK. They only talk about self-respect, social justice and equality on public rallies and mics, on propaganda, but they don't follow. they don't respect.
No,
This is the true color of
I'm
the
actually wondering whether any action is going to be taken because this is a public representative. So the laws should be applying even more on someone like him because he's supposed to be a role model. He's a minister, in a progressive state like Tamil Nadu. How dare he pick up a rock and throw it at, like you rightly said, DMK workers who are the backbone of the party, the people actually doing all the work. You shouldn't be throwing rocks at anybody, but least of all, perhaps, those who are actually sweating, sweating every day for the health of the party that's in power in Tamil Nadu. So I'm wondering if any action is going to be taken against this minister who's been captured on camera. His name is SM Nasser. We also have, stay with me, Kove Satyan, Narayan Tirupati of the BJP in Tamil Nadu is also with us on the phone line for a reaction. Mr. Tirupati, SM Nasser, minister picking up a rock and throwing it at DMK workers.
It's ridiculous, sir. That is what we have been saying, that probably he would have thought about his early life, what he was doing before becoming a minister. And this is ridiculous, and Mr. Stalin is very slowly, witness to all these things. His ministers calling Annamalai in a very worst behavior, and his ministers calling the governor ridiculously and filthily. And all these are happening in Tamil Nadu. Now the minister throws a very big stone towards the public. They will be thrown out very shortly if this is going to continue. Mr. Stalin has said that he is having sleepless nights. And it is very clear that these ministers are giving him sleepless nights. So let us end. Let us end the sleepless nights of Mr. Stalin.
Okay, Narayan Tirupati, thanks very much for speaking to us. Shilpa and her team will continue to report on what action, if any, is going to be taken against this DMK minister. Picking up a rock and throwing it at DMK workers is what this man has been caught on camera doing. We'll keep you posted on any action if it is taken against him.